Hi, everyone. I wanted to talk to you about the assignment that is due on Thursday, the observational report. And there are five different things you can choose from, five different observations that you can pick, but you only need to pick one. Just pick one. You can either watch children who are acquiring conservation and one who has achieved it, a child in the pre operational stage and one in the concrete operational stage, and do at least three different conservation tasks. I put a video on the Canvas page so you can see some things that you can ask them and some conservation tasks that you can do. It's a lot of fun to do this with kids. And for example, if you show them two glasses of water, I usually put food coloring in it, makes it more fun for them. Two glasses of water that are the same size glass, and have them agree that they have the same amount. And then you take one of them and in front of them pour it into like a tall, skinny glass. The first two glasses say were short and fat. And then you ask them again, do the glasses still have the same amount or does one have more? And children who are in the pre-operational stage will typically say that the one that you've poured it into, the taller skinny glass, has more because it's higher. And then you pour it back again and you ask them again, now do they have the same or does one have more? And they will agree that they have the same again. Children in the pre-operational stage will think you've done a magic trick. Kids in the concrete operational stage will tell you, probably in a way that makes you feel stupid, that you just poured it into a different glass. So this is a lot of fun to do with kids. And make sure that you don't say which one has more. What you want to do is you want to ask them if one has more, because it can be confusing if you ask them the wrong question. So that's one of the choices. Another is to observe a baby with its caretaker and see if the child is attached to that caretaker. So you'd need a child who's about the age of 1 in order to do this. And you're going to need to observe them for 30 to 60 minutes. You don't necessarily need to tell them that you're observing for their attachment. Probably a good idea not to. Just say that you're doing an assignment for a class and you need to observe a baby. That's all you need to tell them. The other one with the baby you could do is a child who is about 1.5 to about 2.5, to see if they are acquiring language. And make sure that you realize language is more than just words. Language is also gestures, facial expressions, or there's a lot that goes into language. Some 2-year-olds don't really talk very much, but they communicate really well. So you'd want to talk about more than just the words that they say. You would want to talk about the words too, but anyway, you'd want to observe this child for at least 30 to 60 minutes to get a feel for their language. Another option is to observe preschoolers at play. You could do this in a few different ways. If there's a preschool nearby or like a daycare center nearby, you could go and ask them if you could just like stand outside when they're playing, or go inside if they're playing inside, if they would let you observe. Or if you go to a church which has a lot of children, they might have nursery school or preschool for those kids. But don't watch them when they're like in school. You want to watch them when they're playing. Inside, outside, it doesn't really matter. And you make sure there's at least 4 to 6 children, and hopefully make sure that you have some boys and some girls, so you have a chance to see gender typed behavior. Are the boys playing in a certain way, and the girls playing a different way? That's always interesting to look at. You want to also look to see if you see any kind of pro-social behavior, helping behavior. Do you see any kind of aggressive behavior? What it is, why it occurred, etc. The last option is to observe a parenting style. You would watch a school-aged or an adolescent with his or her parent or parents. And you could do this even if you don't know the people by, say, observing them if you see them at a table next to you in a restaurant. If you're sitting next to that table for 30 to 60 minutes, you could observe that family and see what their behavior is like. And the goal is to see if you can identify the parenting style. Are they authoritarian, authoritative? Are they permissive? and talk about and back that up by showing the behaviors that make you think that that's what their parenting style is. So the goal of the paper is to have a real detailed observation, make sure you include exactly what you saw, and then show your knowledge of development. Show that you understand the stage that a child is at and what they should or shouldn't be able to do at the age, depending upon what observation you choose. And when you finish your paper, then you will go to the assignments in Canvas and click on the assignment, the observational report assignment, and you'll see at the top it says submit assignment. And so you'll turn in a Word document, either a DOC or a DOCX document. If you have any questions about the assignment, please feel free to shoot me an email or call. Whatever you need to know, just let me know. Thanks a lot. I'll see you later. Bye bye.